Yes,
I love it.
you
I love
are.
it, family. I love it. I love it. So we have now the live stream button. So go over to Dr. Lakeisha McKnight. I call her cousin, Dr. Cousin Lakeisha McKnight. Go on over to her page, share it to your family. Make sure you look whatever you got, your landing page, WBW websites, whatever you got. Make sure you put it in your comments. Make sure you get it out there. Share it out to as many people as you possibly can. This is going to be a fun show, y'all. This is going to be a fun show.
That's it. That's it. So yes, we are indeed live, everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure we also tag Mr. Best because I know he sometimes looks for the stream. So let me go ahead and make sure I tag him so that he can see the stream. And let's see, I'll also tag Mr. Delco as well. Let's see here. Yeah. So what we're gonna do for
Hey,
almost everybody. Yeah, who's that?
I just saw Sister Roz in there, and I just wanted to say hey to our beautiful millennial leaders. Y'all are amazing. Thank you for Thursdays. Ooh.
Ah, ooh.
Oh, let's go.
Yes, indeed. So listen, yes, we are live
Partner, let's go.
and on the timeline. On the timeline. Hey, Miss Ross.
Mom
Yes.
Duke's in the building. Mom Duke's in the building.
Yes, indeed. So listen, we're going to go ahead and we're going to play an overview. We're going to explain to you why we're so excited, why we're here sharing this great information. And keep in mind, everyone, that we will have some updates along the way. There will be some updates so that you'll know exactly where we are with what we have, okay? So let's go ahead and cue that up. Let me make sure that we place it on there the correct way. All right.
And then they running around that hospital, all over that hospital. Bam.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right. Here we go, guys. Okay. There it is. All right. So definitely, everyone, keep your lines muted so that we can hear the information. And here we go.
Hey, now that we got that out the way, I'm Dominic Curry, and I'm responsible for helping you to navigate through the wonderful world of Gold Standard Partners. That's right, a true partnership with the Gold Standard Bank and the Gold Standard Group. Spearheaded by billionaire investor Mr. Joseph Haidt, who serves as the chairman of the board and the founder of the Gold Standard Bank. Now, he linked up with blockchain guru, Mr. Alexandru Kochendu, who serves as the chief technical officer of the entire Gold Standard Group, responsible for building out our very own G999 blockchain project. Phenomenal. Now, if I had to simplify GS Partners in just a few words, this is how I would do it. It's a newly developed partnership with the world's first decentralized bank, Gold Standard Bank. Now, that bank launched its own blockchain and developed its own coin to support that blockchain, and it's called the G999. And the G999 is the one thing that everything in the entire ecosystem needs to do anything, making it, the G999, the most valuable asset in the whole entire project. And us, GS Partners, we just assist in the effort of helping the world to know that the bank's project exists. Now, you can actually look on the blockchain right now, live and in living color, if you log onto that website, g999main.net, and you'll see all the different products and services moving up and down the blockchain. Now, up until now, people only were able to move cryptocurrency on the blockchain, but thanks to GS Partners, we can move products and services and things that you couldn't imagine. I mean, just look at this. Not just the highlighted points, but even the individualized bullet points. Now, family, I can't talk about everything, but I want to talk about one thing something real quick, which I think is a solution to everything that takes place in the entire crypto world. An easy in and an easy out. Let me introduce you to the GS lifestyle. I once heard it said that everybody's excited about cryptocurrency, but they have challenges. They don't know how to buy it, they don't know how to hold it, and they sure as heaven don't know how to spend it. Until now, we actually have an actual MasterCard where anywhere debit and credit card is accepted, you now can utilize cryptocurrency. One of the many features on top of everything else is that you can now turn crypto back into cash via the ATM, or you can swipe it anywhere debit and credit card is accepted. Isn't that amazing? Absolutely phenomenal. Now, what you see there is that you see all of the different products and services that people can participate in individually, isolated, even without a membership. But what I love is they've taken the best of the best products and services and they bundled them together. That's right. You can tell everybody we got those bundles, right? So listen, they bundled it together and took the best of the best and put it in memberships. The Brand Advantage basic membership, $149 one time for the whole entire year. And you get all of this that you see right there. It never fails. Somebody always asks me, what comes with the basic again? So take a picture of this if you need to, or a mental note. Or you can upgrade to the Premier. And you can actually upgrade and make that decision within 60 days of your membership purchase. So there's no rush, doesn't matter. And you can increase the benefits that you get, products and services. I mean, look at this stuff. Not only do you get greater yields on like the savings account, which most people are very familiar with, but you also get the G999 coin that we're actually talking about. You see, the one thing that controls everything in the whole entire blockchain with the basic 3,499 of them. If you ever decide to upgrade to Premier, a total of 23,999 along with everything else that you see bundled here. Absolutely phenomenal. Not to mention the Blockchain Academy and ways that you can do whatever you want. I love these bundles, right? However, there's also others that I always encounter, and these are the people that want to earn an income. But it never fails. There's two types of people that want to earn an income. There are those who don't mind working for their money, but there's some others that want to have their money work for them. And they always ask me, do I have to refer people in order to generate an income here? And I can proudly say with GSPartners, no, you don't. You can have referral income or non-referral income. With GSPartners, you can choose one of these or you can choose both of these. Right? That's amazing. Now, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you an example, just real quick, of non-referral income. And then I'm going to show you an example of referral income, and then I'm done. So listen, check it out. Non-referral income, I think this is amazing. That there's a decentralized savings program. Now, the root word in decentralized obviously is central, which means that we don't have to render the assets to a central location in this particular program in order to benefit from this institution's income option. I think this is crazy, right? Now, I'm no financial advisor. I'm not advising you what to do with your finances. But, you know, I search the high street banks and you know how kind of sort of like a CD, certificate of deposit work. If I give them a certain amount of funds, they'll guarantee me a certain amount every single year. Well, look at this. With our decentralized option, we can actually keep our money in, or our assets rather, in our own wallet that only we have access to. The company doesn't even have access to it. But as long as they can verify that there's a certain number of assets in that wallet, they will pay you a certain percentage based upon your membership. Now, what I love here is that even non-members can get 1.75%. Compare that to what the high street banks are giving out now. I'm just saying. The basic member, you remember that 149 one time for the whole year? They can get 3.5% along with everything else that's bundled in those memberships. Or how about the Premier members? 5% a year along with everything else that's bundled there? Can't beat that. Now, in this particular example, hey, you can see that there's actually 2,112,215 of these G999s in that wallet. And because of it, it's amazing to see that, look, I'm not about a bunch of speculation. Hey, coins can go from 1 cent to 2 cents, and that's double whatever value that I put in there. 1 cent to 5 cents, and that's 5 times whatever it might be. But in my mind, I said, listen, hey, if the coin just goes to $1, or perhaps when it goes to $1, we're talking over $2 million that those assets rises to in value. And then look at what it pays out weekly for as long as that number of coins are there. 2025, that'd be $2,000 a week at $1. But here's the thing. Let's say the coin never goes up. If it's paying me continuously, wouldn't you agree that eventually it will catch the amount that whatever we put in? And then if we leave it there and it continues to pay, it will surpass the amount that you put there? Non-referral income. I love it. Decentralized. But then there's also community nodes that actually pays you out handsomely as well that you have an option to do. And this is non-referral income where you can generate an income without saying a word to anybody. I like that. Believe in everyone, depend on no one. And that community node pays almost 12% for the whole year. Can't beat that with a sledgehammer, right? I think it's phenomenal. That's non-referral. Now let's just show you an example of referral income and I'll quit. Now think about it this way. I love that the memberships unlock 9 levels and an amazing compensation plan that pays out in real time. What? In the most sought after assets in the world. 9 levels deep. It doesn't hurt that you can earn 1 level without a membership. I keep on bringing that back. Why? Because non-members and members can still participate. The company says, I refuse to take any money in by virtue of your influence and your referrals, and I don't give you a piece. I love that. So first level you can do even as a non-member, but as a member, it unlocks 9 levels. Now let me say on record, there's no minimum number of people or no maximum number of individuals that you have to refer in order to generate an income. Well, maybe that's not totally true. 1, even if you refer 1, it pays you out immediately and it actually unlocks 9 levels that pays out in real time. What's real time? Now o'clock. What does that mean? It means there is no payday, no payroll department, no HR department, or anyone that you have to depend on to actually get your funds. And it removes the fear factor and the faith factor. I don't have to have faith that my company's going to pay me next week or next month or whenever payday might be for normal people, because I get it in real time and you can liquidate it immediately. You can move it to another wallet immediately. It's yours. But it also removes the fear factor. Well, I ain't got to worry about a company shutting down or running off with my money because it's in my wallet that I control. Now, let's just be honest. My real reluctance and my real fear with the referral income is that I don't want to become a salesperson and I don't want to become some crazy recruiter and I don't want to have to be a major influencer or some network marketer in order to do this. But I think you're going to find this strategy appealing. Wouldn't you also agree that those that became Brand Advantage basic members, that they can view a video like this or come to a conversation like this and they can see for themselves, hear for themselves, think for themselves, and then decide for themselves whatever they want to do without being sold to? Now, wouldn't you also agree that you don't have to be an influencer or a salesperson or something crazy to eventually, whether it took a whole month, a whole year, or a whole day? And I know I said that backwards, but I'm going to tell you, no matter the time frame, wouldn't you agree that at least 3 other human beings in the world might also want to be Brand Advantage basic members? I thought so too. For this simple strategy, that's all we focus on. Step 1, step 2, step 3. That's it. Step 1, step 2, step 3, and we start a movement called Follow Me. Step 1, step 2, step 3, follow me to GSP. Now, if everyone that showed up here focus on step 1, step 2, step 3, I think step 4 will be automatic. What's step 4? Just to duplicate step 1, step 2, step 3 with each brand new member. Just 8 more levels. That's it. Now, this is not an income claim. This is just math. If we did that, family, that produces an income of $228,238.20. Can't make this stuff up. And that's just math. And that's just with everyone just being basic. Do you realize that if everybody decided to upgrade within that 60 days to Premier, that actually produces another $1.3 million in this generous compensation plan? I don't know what to say, family. But people always ask me, what if I don't refer 3? Don't worry. You'll earn up to the reflected amount shown. What if we don't duplicate it 8 times? Then just don't expect the 8-time money. That's all. So you'll earn up to the reflected amount shown. And then they argue with me. Well, I can do better than 3. I can refer more than 3. Perfect. Then you'll earn more than the reflected amount shown if you guys follow that simple system and duplicate it. While everybody else is looking for the movers and the shakers, we're just looking for the builders and the savers. Family, if I were you, I would get back with the person that actually showed you this.
I mean, if you don't get excited every time you see that, I don't understand where you could be. Like, in fact, family in the chat room, on a scale of 1 through 10, put in the chat room your energy that you just felt from that presentation. I'm nobody's boss, so you don't have
11.
to, but
11.
1 to 10, scale 1 to 10.
11. Okay, I see Alan with 1,000. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't understand. Got 10 out there. Okay, hey, everybody past 10. Everybody past 10. Let's go.
It's just a phenomenal opportunity, family, to where it's just, you can't beat it. Like, where else can you go in the world where you and family? That was a overview from pre-launch. We've launched. We've launched.
Yes.
Yeah,
We're gone, but it's not too late. It's not
It's
too
not.
late, Cornbread Shar. I'm telling you right now, anyone 18 years of age and older, have a smartphone, as Mr. Best will say it, a smartphone and a dream.
And a dream. Let's go.
That's all you need. That's all you need. And listen, whether you want to build your personal wealth or whether you want to generate income, instant income, that option is available. And either way, we all win. Whether you want to build your wealth, your personal wealth, or you want to share it with others as a partner, we win. Okay, we win. And Dr. Dominic Curry, I mean, he did an amazing, amazing job. We know that there are some updates, so we always encourage you to get back with that person who invited you here onto the platform, or if you're watching on social media, get back with that person who shared with you the link or tagged you in the comment section so you can be informed, because we do have presentations that happen 6 days a week. Okay, 6 days out of the week, twice a day. And we do have another one coming up at 9:00 p.m. tonight. And so matter of fact, the same person you saw on that video is the same
Step 1,
person.
step 2, step 3. Follow me to GSP.
That's what I'm talking about. He's gonna be the one presenting on tonight, so you don't want to miss it. And make sure you're there on time, because as quick as you thought that you were there to get a presentation, if you late, it might be like 5 minutes left with Dr. Dominic Curry. So you want to make sure you are on time on the platform. And so again, that person who shared this with you has the information, so you can join us on the Zoom platform to get this information. So listen, the video shared quite a bit, and we have an entire ecosystem. Now, the beautiful thing about having or connecting to an ecosystem, right, is that especially with what we have, our system is based off of assets. And we got not just one asset, 2 assets, we got a plethora of assets. Some would even call it what? Amazon, the buffet of assets.
Yeah.
Like the Amazon buffet of assets.
Whole montage.
We got over 15 wallets.
Yeah.
You know that? We got over 15 wallets, guys. Some people ain't got one wallet to fill.
Come
we
on.
talking about capacity,
Yes.
right? You better get your weight. Well, we ain't talking about weight, but we talking about you better get your wallet game up.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not
We ain't
yet.
talking about
Not
weight.
yet. That's right.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a
Go
question?
ahead.
I was on my huddle today at 4 o'clock with my team, and I asked a rapid fire question was, when we hear, thanks to Crypto Steve, saying we got everything they have, but they don't have everything we have. When I start naming everything it's like the list just went on and on and on and on and on. And I'm just wondering, do people really, really, really know every single thing we have? Think about the one account that we have that allows you to save your money, yet protect your money and have your private key. Everyone with a bank account that has over $100,000 in the bank account that you need to tap them on the shoulder. You need to text them, email them, whatever. Send them a kite and let them know.
Look, something pigeon, something.
And here's why that's so relevant, Miss Renee. It's because, and this is of March last year, when they put money in the bank, it's no longer theirs.
It's not even
the
theirs.
Bank's money.
Exactly.
The bank taking that and getting interest in the Asian markets and all that stuff, making all this extra money, and then they give you 0.005 or 0.0. And you sit there like, why ain't my money doing anything? It's because it ain't your money.
Right.
It ain't your money. It ain't your currency in the first place.
And yet those same people that think their money is safe, because I actually have a physician friend of mine who has been advised by Charles Schwab's financial planners for 11 years.
I would shoot them up.
You know how much they charge her every year to manage her money. She's a single woman, no kids, making $700,000 a year as a physician. And they're managing her money. And then she switched over to Anthony Robbins now has a financial plan. And the same month that she chose to leave Edward Jones to go over to Anthony Robbins, a team of the financial advisors met her at her house. I said, that's the wrong move. Because they smell money, they smell blood, and you got them at your home.
Oh my God.
Telling them all your financial business, living in a 7-bedroom gated community home, and they saw a target. And do you know they made a financial investment for her and she okayed it. She lost $1 million.
Number one.
See, that's exactly.
Go ahead.
Oh my God! Look.
You are the financial person.
That's exactly why
a broke financial advisor.
That's right.
And that's why I got out of the industry, because they taught us that if you don't have over $250,000 of assets or have that set of income, we shouldn't even have a conversation. And when I saw that, and I saw that also that they were changing the rules with some stuff where if the investments went south, we would get blamed for it. I said, I'm out. God said, that was it, bro. I need you to go ahead and step away. I stepped away because I realized
to save her since we were in our previous company, and when we had the $1 million package, I said, if you go get a dozen of your physician friends, I'm getting ready to position you and show you how you can make that $1 million back plus.
Right back. Yep.
She wouldn't look at it. She still wouldn't look at it. She says, oh, I'm going to sue them. I said, it takes money to sue people. You sure you want to get tied up? Because their attorneys is way bigger than your attorneys.
Hedge fund managers. I mean.
That's right. Everybody's going to get a piece.
I'm so glad you said that, Miss Renee, and I appreciate you for even mentioning that. And family, I'm gonna say this: we don't script these calls. This Secure the Bag call, this is not a scripted call. Like, we didn't plan for Miss Renee to say what she just said. That was an added gift to, in fact, the message of tonight. So again, thank you, big sis. But
she on point.
It's divine intervention, family. Like, it just happens. Like, it's just. The topic of tonight is compounding, the how to leverage compounding, the compound effect to build wealth. What did y'all just hear Dominic Curry talk about at the end of that video? The DeFi, right? Or towards the end of that, the DeFi, right? There's other opportunities, like Sister Renee just talked about, right? Briefly, shortly, that we have a piece of the opportunity where you can put your money in, protect it. It's going to grow for you, and you can use it whenever you want to. Family, compound effect. The one thing I want everybody to type this into the chat room so I know that you hear me. The more I save is the more that I have for future value. Okay? The more I save, the more I have for future value. I also want you to type this in. The more I spend is the less I will have for future value. Right? The compound effect works in both ways. It's up to the individual. It's up to you who decides what it is that you want to do. Dr. Lakeisha McKnight, you started listening to the compound effect. What did it do for you? Before we even play the video, because we do have a video for you guys, you know, we come back with a second little interlude video about the topic. But before we go into the video, Dr. Lakeisha McKnight,
yes,
what does the compound effect, how does it, not just related to the business, but how does it affect you? What do you, go ahead, you know what I'm trying to say.
It relates a lot to what Ms. Renee was talking about as well. And what you were talking about, you were alluding to it. The common denominator out of it all is that you have 100% control. Inside, when we're talking about the compound effect, one thing, and it's based off of a book, everyone, one point that it made that it really stood out to me the most was that he said, always take 100% responsibility for everything that happens to you. 100% responsibility. You have the ability to respond to what's happening with your financial livelihood presently, and also everything that you're doing now that will affect your future and the future of your children. And so I thought about that as it pertains to myself. I said, wait a minute, you mean to tell me here with GSP, I have 100% control. And then at the same time, I have to take 100% responsibility over the decisions that I make financially and what's going to happen to me and my children. I said, okay, compound. All right, let's flip that around. Let's allow the dollars, that's right, exchange it, connect with the system that will pay you, first of all, and then take those assets and not allow them to be lazy, as our Coach Dalco would say, get them lazy assets up, okay? And put them to work.
Yeah.
Don't just have them sitting there. A lot of people today, they go and get the Bitcoin, they get the Ethereum, and Ethereum is a whole nother topic. Y'all already know. Woo. So they take it and then they sit and they wait. So that's a lazy way of investing. But how about plugging into a system that pays you in an asset, and then you can take them assets and put them to work, and then they'll produce more assets for you. Compound.
Where do you think people get that? What you just said, they get them and they hold them. Think about the dichotomy behind back in the day when people were going through depression. Our people really, they had money, but they would put it under mattress, they bury it and save it for a rainy day. That fear sets in and they're afraid to make a move. And you just said something so poignant. I wrote today, responsibility.
My ability to respond.
See, I need you to get out of my head, cousin. We had these moments all the time. I was going to probably say the exact same thing she said. That's how you know we cousins. I was going to say responsibility. See, that ain't even right.
Make sure it gives you the ability to do what? To respond, react, action, massive action. And you can't it's about, get fearful about being in control of what's yours. All this time we didn't know. Now we know better.
And it's one word, ignorance. Because it's about like the billionaire trying to say, it's about education. He's trying to educate the people before we go to the next level. We have to educate, and what educate means is to draw out.
Come on now.
Right? It means educate. The root word means to draw out the best in a person. That's all we're doing. We're literally showing people, draw out the gifts, draw out the talent, draw out everything that's special inside of them, and let them look. My mama just showed up. They ran outside. Look, I'm at the airport picking up. They outside. Look, I'm sorry. Right, but yeah.
Look, we got you.
This is how we do what we do. This is how we do what we do.
She about to educate you.
Right.
Go get my make sure she's good.
Right. Okay, I'll come. Look, y'all already know.
While Matthew Taylor grabbing his mom from the airport, we're gonna go ahead and play this little mini video for you guys. It's a summary of the book, The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. So you guys will enjoy this. Let me get this queued up for you guys. Share my screen, share some. So this is a summary done by someone who read the book. This isn't the author, but I love his breakdown of the book and how he explains it. It doesn't give too much because I still want you guys to go and listen and read the book yourself to get your own, what's the word I'm looking for? Effect from it. But definitely, here we go.
By author Darren Hardy. To understand what the compound effect is, let's play out a little scenario. Now pretend someone offered you the following. Put in 30 minutes a day, the same time every day, to push your skills and show improvement. At the end of the first week, you'll get $10, with a 10% raise at the end of each week if you consistently put in the time day after day. Or, you were offered $5,000 to put in the same amount of time, but you don't need to do it on a consistent basis, and you don't need to improve your skills. You can just use your existing skill set. Now, which would you take? Let's say you took the first option and your friend takes the second. You start putting in a small amount of consistent work each day. After an entire month of daily effort, you've made $51.01. Meanwhile, your friend has just cashed in a check for $5,000. After the second month, your friend is rubbing it in your face. He's just made $10,000, not needing to push himself, and here you are working day after day for a petty $125.81 up to this point. Your family starts suggesting that you should take the other offer as it's still on the table. But you don't get discouraged. You believe in what you're doing and you know the hard work will pay off one day. After the third month, people are getting downright angry with you. You've only made $235.24. They think you've made a stupid decision and beg you to just take the other offer. But you ignore them and keep proceeding. A year goes by. You only have $15,541 to your friend's $60,000. He's living a comfortable life and doesn't really have a care in the world. Meanwhile, people are openly ridiculing you for giving up such a great opportunity to make easy money. Only after 16 months have you made the same amount of money as your friend. Your friends and family only have one thing to say: it's about damn time. After 16 months of putting in the work day after day and receiving a 10% increase at the end of each week, only now are you starting to see significant results. The next month, you make $40,000 in 1 month. The month after that, you make $59,000. At the end of that second year, you have accumulated just over $2.2 million, an average of $1.1 million per year, to your friend's $60,000 a year. Your family and friends are dumbfounded. Your friend can't help but think he's missed out on something significant. Sure, he's comfortable with 60 grand a year, but he's filled with regret. What this story illustrates is that small, unsexy, but smart decisions made consistently every day that are in alignment with your big vision lead to seemingly incomprehensible and incredible results. Results that you can be truly proud of one day. Author Darren Hardy calls this the compound effect. Darren is a multimillionaire, and he's interviewed 6 successful entrepreneurs a month for his magazine Success, and he's found that almost all self-made success uses the compound effect. He says, what's most interesting about this process to me is that even though the results are massive, the steps in the moment don't feel significant. The changes are subtle, they're almost imperceptible. The small changes you make every day offer no immediate result, no big win, and no obvious "I told you so" payoff. So why bother? It's hard not to think this way when we live in a culture that promotes what Darren calls a microwave mentality. We expect instant downloads, fast food, and same-day shipping. To stay true to the compound curve, we need to trade the need for immediate results for immediate alignment with our core values. Darren says your core values are your internal compass, your guiding beacon, your personal GPS. They act as the filter through which you run all life's demands, requests, and temptations, making sure they're leading you towards your intended destination. Getting your core values defined and properly calibrated is one of the most important steps in redirecting your life towards your grandest vision. When you know that what you're doing from moment to moment, that the choices and decisions that you're making from moment to moment are in alignment with your core values, you stop needing to have instant results show up in your life. You are content in knowing that you are becoming the person that you want to become. To discover your core values within your work setting, complete the following exercise. Think of someone successful within your field or the field you want to work in that you respect. Then ask yourself what key attributes most contribute to their success. When I do this exercise, I think of people that are curious, love learning, and push themselves to produce great things in the world. Therefore, my core values in work are learning and creating things that challenge the status quo. Now it's my duty to know if my actions are in alignment with my core values. So I need to monitor every single choice that I make while working. Darren says that most of us are sleepwalking through our daily choices. Half the time, we're not even aware that we're making them. To make sure that I am aware of my choices, during my work hours, I've started writing down every work-related decision that I make. At the top of each hour, I write down what I focused on the last hour. Then at the top of the page, I write down my core value, learning and creating. I then objectively cross out every decision that I made that doesn't align with my core values. This exercise has sharpened my focus. I've started to notice things that aren't in alignment with my core values almost immediately. Knowing that I am making small decisions that are moving me towards the person I want to become is enough to quiet my monkey mind from wanting to see instant results. The act of aligning each work decision with my core value provides me with the reassurance and motivation to stick with my daily pursuit of achieving a compounded, incredible result in my life. Sometimes, knowing that we're making good choices isn't enough. To know that we are on the right path, the compound path, we need to focus and measure the percent gains, not the net gains. In the initial example, if I would have focused on the net income I was making each month and how petty it was in comparison to my friend, then I would have given up. But by focusing on the month-over-month return, the percent gain I was achieving each month, I developed the certainty to stick with it. So during your pursuits, actively measure the percent gains and focus on your momentum. If your efforts are producing month-over-month or week-over-week improvements, and your daily choices are aligning with your core values, then you need to be patient. We humans routinely overestimate what we can produce in a week, but we vastly underestimate what we can produce in a few months or years of sustained effort. That was the core message that I gathered from Darren's book. If you are struggling to stick with your goals, I highly recommend reading The Compound Effect. If you would like a one-page PDF summary of the other insights that I gathered from Darren's book, just click the link below and I'd be happy to email it to you. If you
Family, I present to you The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Literally, what we have our hands on with GSPartners is tied into the compound effect so full that, I mean, it's simple. If you want to become Crown Ambassador, and this particular call is geared towards people who are already in the business, our partners. This message is to you. If you're already in the business, your goal is to hit Crown Ambassador, Blockstar Supreme, right? That should be on your list of focus things. That should be on your top of your list. That's your dream goal. That's your goal that you want to hit, right? Now you need to start listing things that you can do every single day that's going to compound into you hitting Crown Ambassador and Blockstar Supreme. What are those daily activities? Contacting new people, inviting new people to the presentations, 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock presentations, right? Power calls. Everything is a compound effect. It's something that he talked about in the book. I'll give you this snippet. He said there were two people, and they were both of the same age, same size, etc. They wanted to start working out, losing weight, etc. They wanted to do something about their weight. Okay, so one guy ate an apple a day. The other I ate a donut a day. Well, you can pretty much tell what happened with the guy who ate an apple a day. He got healthier. He started losing weight. He was able to move around and do things, right? The guy who ate a donut a day, he continued to eat bad things, donuts and chips, and watch TV and drink beer. And you know what I'm saying? He continued to make those bad decisions, and they compounded over time. It's the same thing that happens in your business, family. What are you doing every day that's going to compound you towards hitting your dreams and your goals? Write it down, make it plain, and execute. Write it down, make it plain, execute. The compound effect works for everybody. If you wake up tomorrow and you're not contacting somebody new, you're halting your goals, you're halting your dreams to hitting Crown Ambassador. You're halting your dreams, you're halting your goals to hit Blockstar Supreme. So you have to make that conscious decision, like Dr. Keisha said earlier, right? It's an individual effort. It's up to you to make that decision. Thank you, Marta, for putting that in the chat room. That's the link for the audio version of The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Everybody should go and check that out. Everybody should go and check that out. Oh, look, Dr. Lakeisha, go ahead. Look, you look like you got something you want to add.
Because, I mean, it works perfectly in a sense that I think about what I've done. And I know that Mr. Eric Ture Muhammad and anyone else that does a show on a consistent basis, you'll understand and you'll begin to see that compound effect. Because over time, I began to notice that more and more people were tuning in, listening in, watching the live stream. And over time, people were inboxing and saying, you know what is it that you do? Tell me more about what it is that you do. And so they'll see it, they'll take note of it. And some of them even remember, hey, you know, I'm gonna come and make sure I set my little alarm so I can tune in to the show. And so then they go and share it with somebody else. And then next thing you know, they share it with somebody else. And then you have an audience of people who are tuning in. Why do you think that so many people, I mean, think about it. Look at us here, right? One person told the next person told the next person, we put it out and it compounded and we're all here. Think about Wealth Builders Worldwide.
Yes.
It started with one man
and
one woman.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
And one woman, okay? We listen. Mrs. Best, we love you because I mean, the foundation, Wealth Builders Worldwide. And so that's all it takes. It starts with you. So what are you willing to do today? What are you willing to do today to compound that? Even if it's the smallest of things, okay? For those of us who are here, we're able to accumulate assets. We're able to accumulate G999 coin. We're able to accumulate tokenized real estate, $99 voucher, starting there. And then bit by bit, as you have that disposable income or as you're sharing the opportunity, guess what happens? It builds, it accumulates. And we have ways by which you can build a wallet filled with assets gradually to the point where it begins to pay you back over the course of years. Now, we're not going to go into detail about those different vehicles, but they are passive income options. And that's what this whole compound effect, Brother Shar, is truly all about. Hands down, this has been an amazing topic. And I appreciate you for recommending this topic and, of course, the audio book as well for us to listen to. So thank you so very much for that.
Yes. I mean, it's to me, it's one of those messages where in the networking world, it has to be talked about, especially as an entrepreneur, because a lot of people do come in, as he said, with that microwave mentality. You know what I'm saying? They expect everything right now, like instant oodles and noodles. You know what I'm saying? That they want it right 3 minutes and it's hot. I need it right now. You know what I'm saying?
But everything quick is not healthy for you.
It's not healthy for you. It's not good for you. Anything that comes fast goes fast. You feel what I'm saying? It's the same thing, family. And when you make money fast, you expect it to keep coming fast. And that's the thing. Once it dries up, like the friend who took the $5,000, right? That money soon he noticed it wasn't working for him. But the dude who took the interest that compounded, look at him. He chilling, he's sitting back. Now who's done?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Who gets the last laugh? But it's very simple, family, is we have to understand delayed gratification.
Yep.
You need to present value, okay, to somebody, anybody. Present value. If you're not valuable, how do you expect something of value to come to you? You are what you attract. Okay, you attract what you are. So if you don't become someone of value, a thing of value, because this vessel is a thing. Keep this in mind. It's a thing. But we are conduits of energy. Okay, so the energy that you put off is the same energy that you will get.
That's right. You know what? One thing, bro, that I was thinking about too, as you were talking, one thing that comes to mind, I'm quite sure a lot of people know this, when you go to a grocery store, let's use a common situation, go to a grocery store and you're like, that just looks good, right? Whatever's in your view, right? Directly in your eyesight, you're like, I'm gonna get that right there. And I think about this in terms of the aisle when you go get some cereal, right? You see all the sugary cereals in your eyesight, right? Right there in eye view. But how about the healthier ones? You notice that what you got to do a little bit more. Sometimes you got to wait a little bit longer to get that person to help you reach up and get the healthier cereal. So think about this. It takes a little time. Give it some time and stretch. Wait for it, because it will be healthier and better for you. Wait for it, okay? And allow it to compound. Don't be in such a rush. You need that in between, because that in between time is going to prepare you to keep it, to take good care of it, to maintain it. A lot of times, especially, okay, I got to say it, millennials, we like to have it like that. We don't like to wait. We want it right now. We want it like that. We just want it, but we don't want to wait. Okay, and we want somebody to give it to us, but we need to do what it takes, and we need to constantly develop ourselves, develop our mindsets, okay, and connect with people who are already there where we're seeking to be. And that's why we enjoy and we're so grateful for Wealth Builders Worldwide and all of the leaders, all of the mentors, all of our partners, and their stories, their success stories, people who were once millionaires, lost it all. But now that they've planted themselves here at Wealth Builders Worldwide, regained it, and now compounding their assets, and it's gonna be, 10 times wealthier than they were before. Listen, this is hand down. This is the best.
The ending question is simply, would you rather have a penny that doubles every day for the next 31 days? Or would you rather want $5,000 or $5 million up front? I don't care however much money you take up front. I'm taking the penny.
That's right.
And look, I've been listening the whole time to y'all. Like, and that's the thing. Despite all the action, look, I dropped him off at the Walmart real quick. So, I get by myself a little time. So I got Pops next to me. Look, say hello there, everybody.
Hello, how y'all doing?
That's a baby. That's a free
name of the Lord.
That's just, old school right there. Yeah, baby boomer. So yeah. It's all about, and you guys on the money. Like, it's all about that long-term perspective, like building those skills over a long period of time consistently.
Yeah. Not
having that feeling like you gotta have it tomorrow. Like, hey, millennials, we've been there. We be like, yo, I gotta have this bread now. I gotta have, but we don't look at the backstory. Mm-hmm. Like when you look at the backstory of Mr. Dalco, 15 years, all of a sudden, he's just 103 days, he's a millionaire. Yes. It's all about the backstory, and we got to remember that that's that process. Nobody likes the process, but it's you. Like I said this morning, you got to shoot your 1,000 jump shots. You got to do your layups. And that's the thing, like wealth doesn't look pretty. It's just doing those monotonous things on a consistent basis, making those phone calls, doing the same thing day in and day out consistently over time. It's going to get you to success. But we just have to be patient with ourselves. As Mr. Best said, give yourself time to succeed. Give your team time to succeed. Okay?
Yes.
And give you some credit and get some credibility.
Credibility.
Do what you need to do what you need to do.
Yes. We got, look, Malta has her hand up. Come on, Malta.
All right.
Yo, y'all crazy. You know, listen, Dr. Lakeisha, cousin Lakeisha McKnight is not paying me for this plug, but I do have her book, y'all. And Breakthrough Success is lit. She talks about this in Fight to the Finish, chapter 1, and it's called Persevere, even when you can't go forward. That's what the compound effect is. When I'm listening to you, and I was listening to that audible right before we got on here, but when she says perseverance has so much value that by merely showing it, you can make incredible progress. That's the compound effect, because you'll see someone walking on the street and you'll go, man, I wonder where he's going to, right? Because you pass him in your car on the way to the store, and then you pass him back down again on your way back from the store. And you think, man, I wonder where he's going to. But the truth of the fact of the matter is, wherever he's going, he's about to get there. Because he keeps putting one step in front of the other. When I was in school for racing, I used to give people rides home. I was one of the older ones with a little bit more money. And they were, and you driving so slow, speed limit such and such. And I'm like, bruh, I'm trying to get there. Anybody hurry up and stop. I'm trying to get there. But I'm just gonna leave it like that. That Rocky Balboa that you brought in there too. The famous Rocky series you were talking about, Dr. Lakeisha.
Yes.
I think that might be my inspiration. Rocky 4 when he did
yes.
Right? You know what did it for me? Cuz you know what did it for me? The montage. The montage, the 80s montage is what did it. In 15 minutes, they showed you that no, you don't just go from here to there. You gotta put work in. They put it in 15 minutes, but they showed you at the beginning, he could barely go through it. He wanted to give up. He's putting ice on, he couldn't barely move his arms, but he had to keep on and keep on. At first, he looked at that like, man, just stop. You about to fall apart. Just let it go. Forget it. But then he keeps on. Next thing you know, he's climbing. The rest of you got all kinds of machines. Rocky hitting a half a cow.
Yep.
And
breaking ribs and everything.
Right,
That's my movie.
compound effect. That's all I'm gonna say, y'all. Thank
Yes.
y'all.
Thank you, Martin.
And the beautiful thing about what you just said, Martha, is this: like the way the compound effect works is, and Mr. Best says this all the time. You work from momentum to momentum. Like literally, you're cascading. You're getting to a certain level, right? You get there, but then you're just building upon that, like stacking. That's all the compound effect is. You're just going from one level and multiplying to another level, not adding, because adding is too slow. No, when you're in this space, you multiply. That's how God operates. He multiplies what he has. He doesn't add. So we have to get out of that old mentality where we got to add to this, add to that. And we have to multiply, because if we want to go to where we need to be to affect the change that we're supposed to affect, especially now, because think about it. Inflation, hyperinflation, all those things, those are multipliers. If we don't keep up with that type of stuff, we're going to be behind. So we have to do what we have to do to multiply. And this is the space. We literally have a billionaire who's showing us how to multiply.
Yes.
All we have to do is the same thing, and we're just compounding with him, and we're going to be fine. But now it's up to us to share that same thing with other people who have the mindset, because I keep saying this. Information changes your destination.
Look, Daniel Higgins. Look, Daniel Higgins. I can't even follow up on that one. Daniel Higgins, what you got to say about that? I don't know.
Oh my goodness, man. I love the energy. First and foremost, I love the energy on all of the Secure the Bags. Oh my goodness. There's nothing like secure the bag. There's nothing like it. So I got a big up to you guys for that. But man, I'm telling you, Matthew Taylor, my wealth building twin, I'm telling you right now, all I could think about is that tipping point. All I could think about is just continuing to move forward and just keep going. And then all of a sudden you have that explosive just tipping point. That's what I just had to correlate it to when you guys kept talking about the, the compounding. And I love that Brother Ashar L is in my brain, because I'm like, I keep thinking about that doubling penny, and he said it right before I got on. And I'm like, man, because that's exactly where we're at right now. It's just like you have that opportunity and you're just building on it. And it's just that doubling penny, and people are looking at you weird. And you're like, what's going on with this? And what's going on with that? And they're just, because of course they can't see, and nobody can see, right, Mr. Taylor, the seeds that are inside of that apple. They can't see it. Nobody can. You just have that vision and you're continuing to share. So I love what you guys are talking about today with the compounding. Man, oh my gosh. All right. That's, man.
Here's the beautiful thing that we don't really take a listen to. We don't really kind of analyze. The seed grows in darkness.
Oh, what's the bloom in the
Cousin,
garden?
you about to have us up here for another 20, 30 minutes, cousin. Don't go there. We know how that goes. All right, because literally you draw your strength from your storm.
Yes.
You draw your strength from all the nutrients in the ground, like all that the bacteria, the bio diversity, all that stuff. The stuff that people rejected is the very thing that grows you.
Come on now, I can't.
That part right there.
Woo!
Get through those no's. Get through those no's now. Do those rejections.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Look, the church does not gonna pass the connection plate around. We accept G999, BTC, and Ethereum. Go ahead, Ms. Deb Nixon. Your hand was raised next.
And to add to what you said, Dr. Lakeisha, first of all, what an amazing, amazing breakdown of the compound effect. Brother Ashar, I love how you broke it down to practical uses every day, because how many of our affiliates and our teammates, our friends in this Wealth Builders Worldwide family say, well, how do you actually break it down? You broke that down so clearly that it seems like it should be able to be adopted by all of us. And thank you for that. But Dr. Lakeisha, what people don't know when that seed's in darkness is there's life in that darkness. That soil is alive. It is full of micronutrients and nutrients, and it's feeding that seed. So when we introduce this seed to new people, they might be in darkness, but they're taking in the nutrients little by little by little. And then guess what happens when the compound effect starts to kick in? Here it comes. They're sprouting. They're coming through. So that's what we are. We are sprouting to our success. Oh my gosh. I love this millennial family so much. Oh, sister, you broke that thing down. Thank you so much.
Wealth Builders Worldwide is the soil. That's what we're trying to tell people. By the power calls, the events like this is the soil that activates your seed. That's what we're trying to tell people.
Say that thing, brother. Because you know I was in the garden half the day, right, before it got too hot. And I was breaking down the soil and rebuilding it, getting ready for fall. Telling you what, there's a lot of life in that soil. And that's our new people, guys. That's why Mr. Best says, never give up.
Yes.
Never give up. If there's a glimpse, if there's a little bit of light, a little bit of rays go into that soil and you see a little light, just keep dripping some water. Give it some water, a drop a day, 2 drops, and then 3 drops, and 4 drops. And before you know it, you're about to harvest somebody really powerful on our team. So, woo, thank y'all. Thank you for this. It's a beautiful, beautiful depiction of where we're headed in this opportunity. Thank y'all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Last hand, Miss Renee, go right ahead.
I want to piggyback on a couple of people. You all made some comments. I'm over here trying to find something to like make myself a seatbelt before I freaking jump out this chair.
Look,
I don't understand. And so typically when I work all day, I try to take a little power nap because I know 9 o'clock is coming. I either try to eat dinner early, take a power nap. I flip a coin and figure out which one to do. Y'all popped up and I'm like, I'm not going nowhere. I've been sitting in this chair and I'm here. The other day, this topic was brought up on the call, Miss Dr. Lakeisha McKnight. I think you started the topic, Matthew, the wealth gardener, and then Miss Big Pill said something about, why do you think grass or plants can grow through concrete and cement? What happens? The roots have to go down. Did you say that, Dr. Lakeisha?
Yes,
I believe
it has
you
to
said
go
it.
down.
The
It has to
roots
go
have to
down
go
before it
down and
goes
get
up, yeah.
attached. Think about what the roots are. Matthew,
Yes.
you just said wealth builders is the what? The soil. We're the foundation. We're the foundation for the new seeds. For the new seeds to come on, sprinkle them in, let them take root and spread their wings and just grow as high as they can. Daniel Higgins, you said we do things, the compound interest, you were thinking you were talking about it, and people start looking at you crazy. But guess what else happens in that whole, either people catch on or they disappear and detach. Either way, we win.
Yeah.
Because if they're not meant to take this and accept this and absorb it and run with us,
not all seeds make
they
it.
what? They cancel themselves out. They cancel themselves out. And I had a problem with that for a while because you want it so bad for everyone.
Yes.
And they're just like, you know, that's that thing. This is crazy. And you want that instant, like Cheryl said, that instant microwavable thing that ain't even good for you anyway. It's not good for you. The personal development that Mrs. Best and Mr. Best has pounded into our heads. If people haven't developed the love for reading by now, there's something wrong.
Right.
It's something wrong. And I'm thinking, like, every time my book collection just keeps growing and growing. I'm like, gosh, if there's ever a fire, the first thing I'm gonna grab is my books. My purse can stay, because guess what? My wallet is gonna be safe right here. The wallet is safe. I don't have to worry about what's in that purse. You know, and it's like, you just, when Darren Hardy wrote that book, Compound Effect, I subscribed to the Success magazine for 20 years, guys. I've been in multiple opportunities where I've met him, and that book, every time you read it, just like Mr. Ty Best's book, you find something new to add that you didn't see before.
Yes.
And it's simple. It's like, but you have to get it. You just have to get that. What does that really mean? Compound. You just take a penny every time. People think, oh, a penny don't do nothing.
And really,
keep compounding and see what happens.
Really what it comes down to, and I appreciate you, Miss Renee. I appreciate all of you guys who shared with us today, who shared your time with us, because that's the one thing you can't get back is time. And family, like, the one thing that I want us to leave here with is understanding that we have the best compound effect opportunity, bar none. Because when you go to sleep at night, you have the opportunity of getting paid residually in your sleep, even if you stop.
Hey, brother Shaw, what did Warren Buffett say? What did Warren Buffett say?
He said, if you do not learn to make money in your sleep, you will work until you die. If you do not learn to earn while you sleep, if you can't make money while you're not making money, then it's a problem.
And look, you ain't even got to compound people in this thing. You just put the assets to work. That's the crazy part.
Come on now.
Who wants to wager a bet? Who wants to wager a bet that Mr. Joseph Haidt took exactly what Warren Buffett said and applied it to this system? You think that man doesn't read? You think he ain't been around other billionaires before he became a billionaire? Come on. You know, we have all the signs around us. Everything that you need is within your reach. are you ready? As Mr. Joseph Pike goes, are you
Are
ready?
you ready?
Are you ready? You're not ready. Are you ready? You're ready. You're ready, Miss Renee. You're ready. Dr. McKnight, you're ready. Miss Rosemary, you're ready. Brother Rashad, you're ready.
You're ready.
Daniel Higgins, you're ready. Let's go. Let's go. Todo dice. Okay. Yeah.
That man said that I'm a billionaire.
Yes.
We ain't gotta raise money for the building. I bought the building. The building is mine. It's ours. It's just look, family, before we
I love when he said that. Oh my God.
Look, we're supposed to be out there at 8. Look, we always over. We beat it all the time. Family, we have another presentation coming up at 9 o'clock. So if you are a guest on this call, if you're watching us live via Facebook, get back to the person who shared this live stream with you. We're having fun. This is what we do because we're free people in America, or we're getting free in America. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because I ain't gonna lie, I ain't free yet, but I got an island to build in the next 3 years. In fact, I'm gonna buy in the next 3 years. Let me put that out there in the world. But I am gonna buy this island. Family, with
there you go. Speak it.
I'm gonna hand over last words, Brother Matthew Taylor. What you got for us, big brother?
Look, I'm gonna just put it like this. Fulfillment only comes when you become a servant to your purpose. So let's continue to serve our purpose every day. Every day, serve your purpose. How do you do that? By serving people. You're serving, those people are the seed. You're just serving them. Provide them with the good soil, which is Wealth Builders Worldwide and the system. I'm done.
Wait, no, you're not. Say that again. Fulfillment. No. Now, I was quiet, but I'm not letting that slide. Say that again.
Oh man, look. I said just look, I gotta say it the way I said it again. I gotta remember what I said. Look. No, but like I said, look, fulfillment only comes when you become a servant to your purpose. So continue to serve your purpose, and just remember that every person that you meet is a seed. Serve the people and put them in the right soil so they can grow. And Wealth Builders is that soil. That's all.
And what's that brand about, cousin? Come on and end it with what your brand is. I grow, we grow. What?
Oh, I grow, we grow together. We're independently gifted, resilient opportunists of wealth. All of us.
Come on.
We're growing together.
That's right, brother.
Yeah. The brother Richard James, did you want to say something? I saw you unmute a few times. Was that an accident?
Oh, just wanted to say, remember what Michael Doko said? If you don't remember what money really is, you'll work until the day you die. Woo.
That's it.
You don't know, now you know.
That's it.
I'm telling you. Let's go.
That's it. So we appreciate everybody on here, like Brother Shar said, and we want to make sure we text out, we invite as many people as we can, drive them to the Zoom presentation at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, goldrocks.info. If you're watching on Facebook, goldrocks.info. Make sure you get back with the person who invited you to watch the stream. They have a password for you. You want to get that password so you don't miss, again, Dr. Curry, okay? Dr. Bishop Deacon Curry is going to be on the platform, and he is going to be providing you with the nuggets, okay? And so he's going to share with you how to get started, how to get plugged into this soil, which is great ground, wealthy, prosperous ground that's going to really impact not just your present, but to help you have an amazing, epic future. So again, with that being said, thank you so much, everyone, and Aou.
Give yourself a hand. Give yourself a hand for showing up.
Love
everybody. Love y'all.
Great presentation.
Love y'all. Thank you.
Take care of the bag.
Awesome platform. Awesome platform. God bless y'all. God bless you.